What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. We have some interesting stuff going on here. Now here you can see a tweet, guys, on this year the train is about to leave the station. Now we can see many things, guys, are starting in March, and we have been saying this for a long time. And this is not based on riddles, not based on speculation, nothing, guys. Just papers, official things. Because here we can also see in this paper, which I have shown you before, but just as a reminder, guys, to show you what is really going on from March onward. Because we are already in March, right? 7 days and we are in March. So it's gonna go very, very fast. Here we can see March 2023, SWIFT migrating to ISO, cross-border payments and reporting. Here we can see European Commission delivering cross-border payments pilot for the European Commission, also in March. Q1, which is also March. Launching instant payment platform to facilitate financial transactions in the UAE. We can see, guys, that they are all starting in March. This year is going to be your last chance, 100%. And I think it's in the coming months that we will see XRP not being under the dollar anymore and not even being under $5 anymore. This is literally the last mile, guys. We can see it coming. We can see what's happening in the world. It's all related. They are going to implement this new financial system. It's in front of our eyes. The people that are going to miss out are going to miss out, right? There is a small percentage, guys, that is really aware of this. So you're really lucky if you're watching this, if you understand that Ripple is about to take over the financial system and that XRP will act as a bridge currency. Here we can see chess system DLT based on blockchain, based on SWIFT ISO 222 messaging Allen. Here we can see, guys, Q2 2023 release. This is chess replacement industry go live. This is a go live date. Here we can see DLT day 1 functionality. Yes, April 2023. So ASX chess replacement project. What does it mean? The ASX has embarked on a project to replace its chess settlement system with distributed ledger technology, DLT, based on blockchain. This will require all ASX participants that use chess messaging to upgrade their systems to operate using a new interface based on SWIFT ISO 222. Now again, guys, ISO 222 is a messaging system. It's just one part of what Ripple and XRP are doing. Because Ripple is not just messaging, it also has liquidity, right? So it is just one part of it. It is not the whole answer, but they will start using distributed ledger technology, real-time payment settlements, meaning they are going to start using XRP. On May 8, 2018, ex-Goldman Sachs and ex-Trump advisor Gary Cohn said the world will have a global currency, but it won't be BTC, one that's not based on mining costs or costs of electricity. Very interesting, guys. Why do you think these people say this? And now things are actually happening, right? These people knew already what was going to happen. And it's just unfolding right now. People really think that Bitcoin is still the one. There is people that still think that Bitcoin is going to be used. I don't know how, guys. How are they thinking that Bitcoin is the one? It is not possible. Asia leads in regulatory. Let's take a look.
In your view, does Asia have the ability to have more digital transformation policy impact than the US?
I think it's a great opportunity to lead from a regulatory standpoint. Absolutely. I think that's one of the beauties. Regulatory impact and regulatory innovation or leadership can happen anywhere. And that's where we've got to build around that. And as we talked about earlier, make sure and interact with regulators that are willing to interact with us and help that journey along the way. And so I'm a believer in cover, and I have responsibility for each of our regions around the world on the customer front. So I'm neutral from that perspective, and there's lots of great opportunities elsewhere in the world. We happen to be connecting today in Asia, and it does happen to be on the fintech and blockchain and crypto side, I think the fastest growing, most innovative place in the world.
In your
Very interesting, guys, because now that the US is slacking, Asia can actually take lead, right? And it's already doing so, as you can see. They are taking the ropes in hand, guys. They are moving forward while US is sleeping. The G20 four targets that they've placed their attention on, Deutsche Bank speaks to it. The Financial Stability Board speaks to it, along with BOE and Swift GPI acting as the transition until full adoption. Bank of England, Deutsche Bank, you can all search it, guys. These are all Ripple partners. Can you see the connection here? Again, it is happening, guys. In front of your eyes, it is happening. There's proof. Let's take a look.
There's a lot of chat on the floor. I'm sure a lot of it is about the G20 roadmap for enhancing cross-border payments. The G20 is treating this as a priority. There are challenges, but for you, from a Deutsche Bank perspective, what actual developments do you feel have taken place within the banking ecosystem?
Okay, so that's a real loaded question. I mean, it's a very, very critical issue, and you are right. It's been kind of raised to the level of high politics. G7, G20, looking at cross-border payments, looking at primarily four main kind of roadblock areas: cost, transparency, speed, and access. And I have to say, the banking industry has been working on it almost a bit in parallel. And it's hard to actually kind of put your finger on what was the source of the driver, whether it was actually the political arena. I actually think even a bit less. I think originally it was actually the disruption taking place through fintech, and that the traditional correspondent banking providers had to responded, and that's a great thing. I mean, I'm excited about it, because maybe it would have happened even without that, but we have really responded in a big way to move forward and to connect. And I think here's now the key point. We have to join up, because the political actions are absolutely supported, all right? But there's a lot going on in the private sector, and we have to make sure that those communication channels are really networked. So I would say on the speed piece, we've been doing enormous amounts also with Swift, with GPI, with connecting the world, and that's one of the things that the correspondent banking system really does, but we now prove that we can do it. On the cost, through just continuous digitalization, we are bringing costs down. On transparency now, you hear all over the place ISO 20022. That's going to further give us transparency. So there we're working. The one outstanding item that I think is going to be more difficult to solve for is actually access.
Very interesting, guys. And you can see that he's talking about ISO 222.
Trade and economic activity. However, for too long, cross-border payments have faced four key challenges: high cost, low speed, limited access, and insufficient transparency. Faster, cheaper, more transparent, and inclusive cross-border payments would bring widespread benefits to supporting economic growth, international trade, development.
Now ask yourself, guys, he's literally saying that lower costs, higher speed, more transparency is better for growth, international trade, development, everything. It's a win-win situation. And who is solving it? Ripple is solving it, right? They have the messaging, they have the real-time settlement, they have the liquidity, they have everything in place for this to work. And it's going live on March, right? So whether you want to believe it or not, guys, but we are so close.
And financial inclusion. Given the cross-border nature of this market, coordinated international action is central to addressing this issue. And of course, the involvement of the private sector is vital. In February, the G20, the group of the world's largest economies, called for action to enhance cross-border payments. We have now delivered a roadmap to the G20 designed to make a real difference in addressing the challenges for existing cross-border payments. The roadmap provides a high-level plan which sets ambitious but achievable goals.
We are about to witness one of the greatest wealth transformation, guys. One of the biggest financial upgrading systems, and we are going to witness it. We are witnessing it right now. It's happening under our noses. So it's very exciting, guys. Keep your eyes out for March because things are really starting to happen. And thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Cheers.